Okay, good day everyone. My name is Thomas Blackman and I'm co-founder and dean of Global School for Entrepreneurship. Thank you for listening to me and looking at this video recording. I'm really looking forward to explaining to you what Global School is all about. I would like to start off with a question, and that question would be, who of you wants to become an entrepreneur? I know that you're either online or in this big room. So please raise your hand if you're daring enough to admit that you actually want to become an entrepreneur, because that's where it all starts. Let me tell you a little story about Alessandro. Alessandro is one of my students, and Alessandro was actually going to a generic university and he was studying international business administration. When he did that, he was actually getting super bored because it was a generic university, and in a lot of universities people only teach you theory and they test you. I don't know if you remember when you were last tested on an assessment, a test you had to study for. Now think about it. How much do you still remember? Alessandro also told me that he didn't know much. He didn't remember much. It's not that he didn't study hard. He did, and he passed as well, but it was no value to him. He was getting bored and he wanted to become an entrepreneur, but he didn't really have a business idea yet. At the time, he did know sneakers, and now he knows a whole lot more about sneakers, but the exclusive sneakers. When he joined Global School, we started working with Alessandro, and we challenged him to start thinking of turning his hobby of doing the raffles for exclusive sneakers and then reselling them online, and to really turn that into a business. And that's what we did. And we're super proud of Alessandro. Since then, he's really built a nice stock of exclusive sneakers. 2019, the year he joined, I think he did 19,000 by the end of the year. In 2020, only in the first 3 months, he made the same amount of money. And now he's also got a pop-up store and he's doing really well. So he's selling sneakers online. He has a great Instagram page as well, so you should really look it up. And in 2021, he definitely earned back his tuition fee. The question therefore remains, okay, who of you wants to build a startup? And did you know that you could build your business while you're in school? Did you know that you could create a startup and get help from mentors and experts and actual lessons and modules that would facilitate you creating your own business? We started Global School because we wanted to change entrepreneurship education, and the founders of Global School are entrepreneurs themselves. In fact, Hendrik Halbe is the CEO of the Unknown Group, and the Unknown Group has started Get in the Ring, a startup competition that's active in over 120 countries. And they've been talking to 25,000 startups and counting. They worked with them, and they also understood that what universities were teaching them was not valuable. They had to find out the hard way. And when we started Global School, we asked them in a session like, who had to learn all the traits that make you successful today by yourself? And they all raised their hands. And that's a problem that we at Global School solve. And we also offer a degree. So the thing is, on the one hand, you get to build your startup from day one. You get mentoring and facilitation, but you also follow modules that help you with content and knowledge that allow you to also get a degree. We now have a bachelor's degree as well as a master's degree. The bachelor is for setting up your business. The master is for scaling up and growing your business afterwards. So why join Global School? Well, I strongly believe that Global School offers you the fastest possible track to personal development. If you look at COVID the past year, a lot of schools were boring as hell. Everybody was in lockdown, alone in your own room, following online lessons about dull theory. At Global School, they had to cope with COVID. And most of our students, I think 99%, were coached, helped, and did it themselves to cope with COVID and to transform their business. So COVID to them was actually a blessing in disguise, because it offered them real life, real lessons on how to deal with situations like COVID. And that's what sets apart the mediocre entrepreneurs from the great entrepreneurs. The time in the classroom is limited, and that might seem as no value for money, but it offers a lot of time to get the value, which is coaching from expert entrepreneurs, get access to our community. Remember, Get in the Ring has worked with over 25,000 startups. That's a huge community, and we actively connect. And that's, I think, the strong suit of Global School, but also the learning coaches that really mentor you on a personal level. In Global School, students join who want to set up a business, who are self-starters, who are ambitious, enthusiastic, who want to be architects of their own life. And therefore, you surround yourself with entrepreneurs not only the faculty and the coaches, but also your fellow students. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you probably often feel like the odd duck in the room. Well, in Global School, it's one big room with only odd ducks. And therefore, people that don't want to become an entrepreneur are at Global School the odd ducks. Now, Global School was founded by entrepreneurs to empower students just like you. Students that have a willing mindset, that want to become an entrepreneur by being one. And that takes place in a playful and a progressive way. We try to challenge you and inspire you to ignite impactful initiative by offering you the cutting-edge entrepreneurship education that we have created and to offer you an amazing learning experience. We really want to facilitate you to start leading an enriched enterprise of life. And it's quite a mouthful, and I never would advise you to show a sheet like this, but it is the core essence of what Global School wants to offer you as a student. We are all there to facilitate you because we know that with entrepreneurship comes doubt and uncertainty, and you will surround yourselves with people that are all in the same boat or really willing to help you out. We are not a generic mass educator that's only in there for a salary, a paycheck, or whatever. Our cases are not about entrepreneurs. They are for entrepreneurs. Now, we hope that you want to become an architect of your own life. Like students at Global School. Take, for example, Johan Boer and Opsa Lemons. Both have an Ethiopian background. And they found each other at Global School. They didn't know each other before. And now they have started Honesha. Honesha is a business in high quality honey from Ethiopia. And they actually want to help social prosperity through the liquid gold of the country. They are now starting to facilitate farmers, people that can do beekeeping, to produce the high quality honey. They're going to set a network up for them to get an income. And that high quality honey will be sold in countries like Dubai, the Middle East, and Europe. They are being helped by businesses that are in our network. For instance, Moi, who have a coffee company, and they offer them also the opportunity to, when they are more established, to also build in the blockchain so that they can really prove that the high quality honey is a really impactful honey because it is facilitating the local beekeepers. It's collaborations like these that normally as an entrepreneur you won't find. But because of the extensive network and ecosystem that we can offer you in multiple countries, we can facilitate you in any country in the world. Take for instance Ilka. Ilka is a student at Global School. She's from Brazil. She has Brazilian roots. And we first helped her out with doing the restaurant in Global School. And now she has a Brazilian restaurant in the city center of Amsterdam. Or take these two guys, Santi and Emre, and they started Checkline. It's a product for elderly that want to stay at home longer. They want to live, and the family wants to also know that they're safe. And Santi and Emre found each other at Global School, and they're now building a fantastic company together. Or Jason, he's from South Africa. Mauritius is where he is doing his first hotels now, and he has a company in arts in hotels. What you see is that there's a whole lot of different types of companies. Or Sonia, who started off with drop shipping and now has evolved into a social venture, an impact venture, where she facilitates people with a disability to travel as well. Now, this all takes place not in a dull school situation. We are in an incubator space. You're surrounded not only by the student entrepreneurs, but also entrepreneurs in that co-working space. You have access to a desk in the incubator because a lot of time in the week you spend on actually building your business. Remember, I said you become an entrepreneur by being one. So become the architect of your own life and get to greatness. Now, this video is a Nike video that I would like to share. What I would like you to do in your mind is every time you hear the word greatness, replace it with entrepreneurship. Here we go.
Greatness. It's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
Normally I would now say mic drop, but as this is a presentation, I cannot. But come to Global School and rise. Rise personally as an entrepreneur. Find your greatness. Come to Global School to build your business and create impactful businesses. We work from the concept meaningful profit. And that means that you build something that is relevant to society, relevant to your customers, relevant to others, because only then do you have a business model. But it's not something that can be for value and not have a profit. So you also need to be profitable. Otherwise, it's not sustainable. So meaningful profit is what we teach, and that's what we teach to our students, so that you will build a business that matters, but at the same time make a profit. There's nothing wrong with making money, but you'll get that really good sense of value and purpose when you create something that matters. So we're really looking for impact entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs that want to make this world a better place. And that's what we're looking for. So we're looking for students who are self-motivated, who have drive, who are ambitious, who don't want to sit in lecture halls listening to old school professors teaching them theory that they don't know why it's valuable, but they just try to remember to get the assessment. What we're looking for is students that are almost like Steve Jobs says, the crazy ones, the rebels, the creatives, the people that give a damn, that want to achieve something. We offer you a lifetime experience, and that's something that should help you also build your business, build a community, and you find entrepreneurs and friends for life. So I actually, with this presentation, proudly present to you the University, because we're super unconventional, and you can always approach me and ask me, why are we doing this module? And if I don't have an answer, we'll change the module. But we thought about it. And they're great modules. The programs are fully accredited. So for your parents, don't worry. There is a Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and also a Master in Science in Scaling Up. And it's fully accredited. We're a fully accredited University of Applied Science. So your parents don't have to worry. You're not going somewhere where they're not walking the talk, they're not offering what they promise. We're fully accredited, and we are audited every 3 years. The Bachelor, the thing you need to do is bring your drive. There you will develop an idea. And if you already have a business idea, maybe you want to improve it. We will teach you how to validate an idea. How can I sell it? How can I increase the sales? How can I build my team? How do I lead a team? And also, how do I then also seriously grow my revenue? How can I get to investment? The Master is the program that is for more advanced entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs that have developed a business. So you bring your business and then you define your growth path. Internationalization, further digitalization, really impactful growth. So, are you ready to build your business from day one? Do you want to become an entrepreneur? With the students at Global School, we are proving on a daily basis that entrepreneurship can be learned. The only thing we need is willingness. People that step up to the plate and have the will to actually put in effort. Now, modules that we facilitate are top-notch. They are the latest from the field. So they are about lean startup, business modeling, agile working, disrupting the market, so platform economy, lean pricing, because it's one thing to have a business model, but the pricing will determine if you're profitable and to what extent. Also future-proofing, learning how to get a sense of the market and where it's going to. Not only how to get a startup going, but also how to keep it alive, how to remain valuable, and also hiring and firing. Great skills. How do you develop your team? How do you get rid of someone that's killing your team? Those are the modules that matter. And therefore, you won't get dull and you won't get bored in our classrooms. The faculty that teach you these modules are entrepreneurs themselves or have an entrepreneurial background. They're all entrepreneurs and experts from the field. And therefore, they're more than just researchers. In most generic education, you get taught, especially at academic level, by academics that have never run a startup or a business themselves. At Global School, our faculty has hands-on experience. So, will we meet in Amsterdam? That's our current location. We're also opening soon in Barcelona, Berlin, Dubai, and then you'll have the opportunity to also visit these locations while you remain in our program. Choose for Global School for Entrepreneurship. Have the guts to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you have any questions, you'll know where to find me. But remember, the choice is yours. Are you going for greatness? Will you choose to rise? It's your life. Be your architect. Thank you.